We're here at the RHA Gallery in Dublin for Clúid's annual Simon Brooke Lecture. It's an annual event and we hold it in honour of Simon Brooke, former Head of Policy and Board Member with Clúid Housing, who sadly passed away in 2019.
Equality and inclusion were really dear to Simon's heart. So it's very apt that the theme of this evening's event is housing and disability.
There's a lot happening in the disability and housing space at the moment. The National Housing Strategy for Disabled People was published in 2022. So we just wanted to put a spotlight on the issue of disability and housing.
The National Housing Strategy for Disabled People actually is an action under Housing for All. There was a significant consultation process around the development of the strategy. The governance structures include disabled people and disabled persons organisations, and the input of those people is vital.
They really wanted to make sure that when they were being socially inclusive, they were being socially inclusive. And that sounds very obvious, but it can be very difficult when there's a lot of noise about a certain subject. Who do I talk to? Why do I talk to? And it meant that they were identifying the collective movements of disabled people who will help give you better data, which in turn will make better policy, which in turn again will produce a healthier society and a happier society.
It's imperative that we see the targets in the current strategy implemented at a much more local level. We are very eager to collaborate with the local authority. Early engagement is key within the process to providing accessible homes.
And that's not just the physical requirements for the property, but also their needs in the community and locality, so that they have an input in the area that they live in and that it's suitable for their school, their college, their employment. So it's so important that we collaborate with the residents to make sure that it's an all-round good fit for them.
Ultimately, it's about understanding what the person wants and then working with that individual in order to achieve a desired outcome. And if that's something that meets that person's needs and their will and preference and the organisation's duty of care to that person, then that's the best outcome for everyone. I feel it's really important that we design housing that can cater for a much greater range of needs, to allow people to live independently, to allow them to engage in communities, and to give them autonomy as well over the type of housing that they would like to live in. We are seeing developments in the area. We need to see it happen faster to cater for all types of people's needs, and housing that is adaptable for those needs over people's lifetimes.
There are multiple strategies out there. This is an extremely complicated area, and while there might be a desire to simplify it, it simply isn't possible. And therefore it's just incumbent on everybody working in the space to understand the various strategies and that they do interact.
With consultation comes co-creation and then comes co-implementation. And that's just better for everybody.